Good morning there, Mr. Wycliffe Gordon.
Good morning, Mr. Marsalis.
Yes, indeed. I noticed you had your pencil behind your ear.
Yes, I like to keep it there because I like to write music every now and then, and I don't want to have to look for one when it's time for me to write.
Well, you're not afraid that you're going to get some of that hair grease on it and it's going to slip out your fingers when you're writing?
No, I don't use that kind of hair grease, Mr. Marsalis. I use one that's a little less greasy.
You'll notice that we were conversing about something. I make a statement and Wycliffe talks about something related to it. In this case, it was a pencil behind his ear. As we went along, we exchanged ideas. Improvisation gives you the freedom to express your personality. But collective means you have the responsibility of listening and trying to play with and accommodate the personalities of other musicians. New Orleans music. We call it the Big Four. An accent on the second, fourth beat like this. That accent gives a New Orleans march that special lilt that's unique and identifiable. This is jazz. It's like a signature or a fingerprint or an accent when speaking. All back and forth. The snare drum is the highest pitched drum, the drum that most commands our attention. Let's hear the snare drum talk to the bass drum. Now we're going to hear the bass and the drums converse. I want you all to notice that they trade ideas back and forth, just like Wycliffe and I did when we were conversing earlier. The bass and the drums are the backbone of a New Orleans jazz band. Now, the face of the band is what we call the front line: the trumpet, the trombone, and the clarinet. These instruments play in different registers. A register means where the notes of an instrument sound: high, middle, and low. It's just like in the animal kingdom: chickens, small birds, and clarinets, high register; ducks, medium-sized dogs, and trumpets, middle register; cows, bears, and trombones, low register. Let's let a New Orleans song teach us about the different registers. This song is entitled Audubon Zoo. In the trumpet or middle register, the song sounds like this. I went on down to the Audubon Zoo and they all asked for you. Well, what about the clarinet register? Well, you got to get way up on your toes for that one. Went on down to the Audubon Zoo and they all asked for you. Now the trombone register. Went on down to the Audubon Zoo and they all asked for you. When the trumpet, clarinet, and trombone play the same melody in different registers, we have a full range of instrumental color. And it sounds good, good, good. In New Orleans jazz, the trumpet generally plays the melody. The clarinet accompanies the trumpet from above in the higher register. Now, the clarinet sometimes plays trills, arpeggios, and runs. They like to play glissandi. The trombone accompanies the trumpet melody from below by using punctuated notes, growls, and they also do glissandi, but they use the slide. There's a style of New Orleans trombone known as tailgating. The reason it's called tailgating is because a long time ago, bands used to play on the back of horse-drawn carts to advertise products or a concert coming up. And the trombone, if they played inside of the cart, it would just bang into all the musicians. So the trombonists stood at the end of the cart and hung their slide off of the back gate like a tail. So we call it tailgating, tailgating trombone. Let's hear a three-way conversation, clarinet, trumpet, and trombone, in the three registers. We almost forgot about our friend, the piano. The piano alone can imitate an entire band. It can play the trumpet part, the clarinet part, even the trombone part, but without all of the glissandoing and growling and sliding. Let's listen to the piano playing the low and the high parts at the same time. But really, the pianist is just like the coach of a team. The coach is on the sidelines, the piano sits in the back with the rhythm and helps to make everybody sound good. The piano is like the brain of the band. The piano, bass, and drums are called the rhythm section. If you're lucky enough to have a banjo or guitar thrown into the rhythm section, they play on all the beats, forming a comfortable foundation for the group. New Orleans jazz is about playing together, learning how to converse, collective improvisation. It's about expressing your feelings with style. Now, how do we express our feelings with style? Well, let's say you saw a car accident on the corner. How would you describe it to somebody? Would you say, I just saw an accident. 2 cars banged into each other? No. They wouldn't have any understanding of what you were talking about. You say, man, you wouldn't believe what I just saw. 2 cars, pow, banged into each other, broken glass all over the place, sirens going off. Man, I think somebody really got hurt. Oh, it was terrible. You create a feeling for what happened by changing the quality of what you say. You use rhythm and inflection and pacing to bring the listener to the scene of the accident. Now, in jazz, we call that playing with feeling, playing with blues feeling. We use accents and pacing and bending and scooping and scraping notes. You make something sound like you. No 2 people are going to bend the note the same way. And by doing these things, we bring people into our feelings. And we can do the same thing on our horns, but with a lot of that thing. Let's listen for the bass and drum conversation, the working of the rhythm section, the front line, trumpet, trombone, and clarinet, the registers of the horns. I want y'all to really listen to the singing and the playing with the blues feeling in this selection, Audubon Zoo.
Well, I went on down to the Audubon Zoo, and they all asked for you. Who? They all asked for you. For me? Well, they even inquired about you. Well, I went on down to the Audubon Zoo, and they all asked for you. Say what? The tigers asked, the monkeys asked, and the elephants asked for you. Well, I went on up to the big blue sky, and they all asked for you. Me? They all asked for you. Who? Well, they even inquired about you. Well, I went on up to the big blue sky, and they all asked for you. Say what? The pigeons asked, the eagles asked, and the birds all asked for you. Well, I went on down to the deep blue sea, and they all asked for you. Again? They all asked for you. No. Well, they even inquired about you. Well, I went on down to the deep blue sea, and they all asked for you. What? The whales asked, the sharks asked, and the barracuda asked for you. They all asked for you. In the morning. They all asked for you. In the evening. Everybody there, they want to know where. They all asked for you. They all asked for you. In the morning. They all asked for you. In the evening. Everybody there, they want to know where. They all asked for you. Bum, 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 bum.